Hi, I'm Charles Morgan. My game's called The Legend of Ragnar, and it is an action-adventure game where you play as a Viking who is given the task of retrieving an artifact so that he can save his people from an impending doom. So once the player reaches the artifact at the end of the game, then you win, and once the player's HP reaches 0, then they've failed and the game's over. So for the story and theme, as discussed in the lore segment in the game, it's just a discussion between Ragnar and the soothsayer, and he just informs him of an approaching darkness that'll wipe out his tribe, and then he must retrieve a divine artifact to stop it, which is at the end of the dungeon, which is known as the Trials of Odin, and that many have attempted these trials, and none have survived, and it's up to Ragnar to complete the trials and save his tribe. And the theme is intended to be mysterious and foreboding, which I portrayed with the music and the visuals. So for the objectives, pretty simple. Just get the artifact at the end of the game and maximize your score by either killing enemies or collecting treasure. And so you just gotta get the artifact without dying to the traps or the enemies to win. So I'll show off my game here. Let me turn on the sound. So here it is, the title screen. We have the start button, lore, and the credits. Ragnar here. Move with the WASD and attack with spacebar. Here's the credits. So we'll start. This is the first level, which is just kind of pretty empty, so the player can get used to the controls and the attacking and whatnot. So we'll go through. It's just a basic skeleton enemy to so the player can get kind of ease into it. And there was a food item that restores health. And each time you kill an enemy, you get points, as shown in the bottom left. So to go to the next level, you just go to these, or you find the either the wooden door or the stone archway, which will send you to the next level. So on level 2, a lot bigger, we have an elf enemy here, or a dark elf. He dies pretty quick, but he attacks quick too. So I'll try to show that off. Basic skeleton. He attacks at about an average speed and distance, as shown by the hitbox. We'll kill him there. And then here's the orc, which is, he attacks slower, but he does a lot of damage and he has a lot of HP. Try to kill him without dying here. There we go. And here's a treasure chest, which just plays a sound and gives you points. And then more food items. Go back through here. But that's the second level. Technically the first. But anyway. Next level. Same kind of idea, but implemented differently in terms of the level design. There's a lot more paths you can take. Kind of like verticality, if you will. These are kind of, even though it's 2D, but kind of portrayed through the stairs here. So different enemies. See, he does pretty good damage actually. I'll die to him. You can go this way as well. Off the start. Up this way. You can go this way. Should be a trap somewhere around here. Oh, I'll just die to that guy. So this is the death screen. It says you died and shows you your score. And then it'll take you back to the main menu. Move along. This next level is kind of like the maze level. There's a trap there. You can destroy those once you ran over them. Maze level has like a lot of very narrow corridors. You don't have a lot of room to maneuver with enemies out towards the sides and on the pathways there. There's another treasure chest. So the idea was just to kind of make a level so you kind of don't know where you're going. So you kind of just explore all the different pathways. This guy's kind of glitching out. It's okay. dead end, there's another spike trap. So that's that level. Next level. These levels are kind of long, so I don't want to go through all of them, but here's the sewer level, shown by the water here. So you can, which branches off in all 4 directions. So you just kind of pick and choose where you want to go. Go this way first. Kill this guy. Go this way. Oop, there's a spike trap. Orc guy here. Pick up a treasure chest. So that's the sewer. And then finally we have the boss room, which is just a big room with a bunch of orcs. So you can either kill all these guys, get all the points, or you can not risk it and just go straight for the end here. By the way, I've just been using just like developer things. So I can skip the next level. So there's the orcs, and that's the final level. And then finally we come up here to the final trophy at the end of the game, along with a couple treasure chests, which just shows you the win screen once you get to it, with your stats, which is your score and how many of each enemy type you killed, along with the amount of chests you collected, so you can kind of compare with your previous playthrough. And then that's the end of the game. So going back here, I'll move this. So in retrospective, what I thought went right was I thought I did okay on the level design. I spent a lot of time on it. It was really hard, but I'm glad I did, because I thought all my levels turned out pretty well, and that was one of my strong suits. The art style also I thought went pretty well. I just got what's it called, a tile set from Open Game Art, and which fit pretty well with the universal LPC sprites that I got from the website that was given. And then the difficulty, not too hard, not too easy. You'll definitely die a few times your first playthroughs, mostly to traps, honestly. They felt a little unfair now that I think about it, but not too hard either. Once you know how to deal with them, there's lots of opportunities to get your health back from the food items. And where I thought went wrong was the enemy AI. I definitely should have made them chase me instead of just kind of sit around. If they were chased, then it would have made the game, the gameplay a lot more interesting overall. That and the enemy variety. I only had 3 different types of enemies. I wish I took the time and implemented like charging enemies and spell casting or projectile firing. That would have definitely spiced it up a little bit. So I definitely went wrong there. And that just goes to the gameplay variety. And matching the initial design documents was a lot harder than I expected. I just put a lot of things that I thought I would be able to accomplish, but ended up turning out to be pretty hard to implement. So that's where I kind of messed up. And then finally what I learned was that level design is pretty hard. I spent a lot of time on, or probably 75% of my whole time was on the level design. Maybe 65%, but it's pretty hard. You have to have a certain creative mindset for it, and I guess I just don't have that. But overall, I'm glad I spent a lot of time on it, because I thought it turned out pretty well. And then future plans, I like Game Maker, but it's only 2-dimensional. I'm interested in learning Unreal Engine, which is a pretty popular 3D game engine. I thought about making a stealth game, like a Hitman or something. I had a lot of fun with those games as a kid. So as I learn Unreal Engine, that's where I'm kind of going. But last slide is just some design document rationale that explains some of my choices behind leaving things out from the original design documents. I won't go over all of them, but anyway, that's my game. I'm Charles Morgan. Thank you for watching.